Let's go. In case you didn't know, I'm going to jump straight to it. We're going to go right here. I'm going to change that. We're going to skip. I'll get to the bubbles, my bubbles in just a second. Reptar will be in just a minute. But you need to see this right now because let's go. 77,309, boys and girls. Look at this. This is the hourly. So we spiked up a couple hours ago to, what does that say? 76. Now we're at 77,314. Look at this gap. Holy crap. Look at this gap up here. That's hang on. Let me go to this. Let's zoom in on that. I was looking for that candle. Like, where did that? Look at that. High 77.5. We're going to talk about why this is moving right now. And it is what you think it is. It's pretty obvious. I'll give you a hint. Oil prices are plummeting. So I wanted to show you that because we are up today, boys and girls. And I know the title of the day is You Don't Have Enough HBAR. And the majority of today's conversation is going to be about HBAR. But, and here is the man, the myth, the legend, the green dragon himself, Rippity Reptar.
Hey guys, better late than never, I always say.
Reptar, 77.5.
Woo! We are so back. We are so back.
So not that we do TA, but let me back this out on the daily. So that's right here. Here's our kind of next level of resistance. So 79 to 80 is our next big level there. I would expect to maybe push up to that. And then we'll see what happens. Beachy Bird 9, good morning. Welcome. Good to see you. I still can't figure out. I wonder if that TikTok live thing was just a short term. Like the TikTok has been like having these little live incentive things and they want you to do this and that or whatever. So our TikTok is not going live right now. So I wonder if that's why.
We'll figure it out.
All right, let me back up a bit and do the bubbles, my bubbles. Look at that beautiful green screen.
Woo.
We should. Let me go up here. We got to change something. One second. Where's my? I need. There we go. We need that, and we need that. Click the green. I want green. Give me green. Green. There we go. Did that change it?
Woo.
Why does it say that? It's supposed to be green. We need to be green. We need green names.
Green.
We need green names. Oh, here we go. Let's do that. Oh, I changed it. It just took it a second. Let's do that. All right, cool. Now we're green. We're green, boys and girls. Except for Siren, because, whatever.
Yikes.
I know you're wondering, where's Rave at today? It's still up. It's still up, but yeah. Everything is up. But look at this. Morpho 14, Render 5, HBAR 6. Today is all about HBAR, Reptar.
Woo. HBAR is just...
There you go. Here's Bitcoin.
Really taking over, guys. We have a lot of HBAR news for you today that JC has.
All of this, like from here to here, is all HBAR. I cannot stress enough. This is not financial advice, but you don't have enough HBAR. Let me give you here. I'm not going to bury the lead on why is Bitcoin up. Why is everything green? This is why. This is why. Iran has opened the Strait of Hormuz. Apparently, this particular ceasefire is holding. And Iran has said, look, as long as the ceasefire holds, Strait of Hormuz is open. Oil prices are plummeting, which is great for the cost of energy. And like we talked about yesterday, global conflict apparently doesn't bother markets. But when you end a global conflict, markets are like, let's go.
It's interesting because this has been such a back and forth. Like, people just keep. It's 1 second it's end of the world, World War III. Next second everything's fine. Then Iran wants all the Bitcoin. then it's just
It's
then
like they're playing games, and if you just pull the old 1980s quote, "The only way to win is to not play." Anybody? Tell me what that's from in the chat there.
I like that. The only way to win is to not play.
Somebody give me the movie. I'll give you a hint. It's not Ferris Bueller. So there you go from Bull Theory, and this has been confirmed across multiple sources, including Iranian social media and the White House and other places. But Iran's foreign minister just declared Strait of Hormuz is fully open to all commercial vessels for the remaining period of the ceasefire. So there you go. Let's go.
Love it.
One quick security scam warning: there are some fake ledgers being sold on Chinese marketplace. Look, this is general life advice. If you're gonna buy a cold wallet for your crypto, buy it from the manufacturer, buy it from the Ledger website, buy it from the Trezor website, buy it from what was the other? The Decent. Buy it directly from the website manufacturer. Don't buy it off of Amazon. Don't buy it off of Walmart. Don't buy it off of any place other than the manufacturer. Thank you, Mr. Gray. It is War Games.
I've heard about this scam going on for a long time. I mean, this isn't the first time this has happened. There's been a few instances of fake devices being sold. As JC said, the only way you can really protect yourself is by just ordering it directly from Ledger, because if you order it from a third party, they can easily inject it with malicious software that will boot
and
up
then re-shrink wrap it. That's it. They just re-shrink wrap it.
Yep.
So that is not financial advice. It is life advice. All right, I just wanted to cover that real quick. This is the same thing. Security research documented large-scale counterfeit Ledger Nano S. So just be aware that is happening. When it comes to your cold wallets, get them from the manufacturer, and we'll move on. I want to briefly touch about this, and then we'll get into HBAR. But did you see this? From
the universal
Elon?
Basic Income. Been hearing a lot about this over the years.
This is a quote you can see from Elon Musk himself. Universal high income via checks issued by the federal government is the best way to deal with unemployment caused by AI. AI and robotics will produce goods and services far in excess of the increase in the money supply, so there will be no inflation. While I agree with the general theory that AI and robotics can produce goods, foodstuffs or anything that we might need to buy or use, can produce them faster, cheaper, and in more abundance, so that there's no. What he's saying is, if everyone had, there's the argument, well, if everybody's a millionaire, nobody's a millionaire because prices just go up. Or the inverse argument, if we mine that 400 quadrillion gold asteroid, then everybody's a billionaire. Well, that means gold is worth 4 cents. But his argument here is that, well, if you just print money and everybody's high income, well, that just means the cost of goods go up. Not if the amount of goods go up in the same way as the amount of dollars. And I get that argument. Here's the problem I have. When is the federal government good at doing anything?
Yeah, and I think, honestly, the reason I think it's not a good idea is because it's just going to encourage people to be lazy.
That's when we get into Ready Player One, baby.
Yeah, but again, people are going to find other ways to make money, if they're at home all the time. So
yeah, there will be some, but I mean, look, I got no idea, no problem with the idea. If we get into like kind of a Star Trek utopian, hey, here on the planet, your food and water and shelter and comfort is taken care of, and it doesn't cost anything because it's so cheap to do. Cool, great, wonderful. But how long before this happens, do you think? 50 years? 10 years? I don't know.
I guess it just depends on how fast AI advances, which Looking now might be tomorrow.
I was like, and people are like, why? What does this have to do with crypto? Well, um, you may be familiar if you've watched our show before that AI might have something to do with crypto. Yeah, Lamentations 521 says, are we listening to Elon still? Yep. Also, the federal government was able to do it during COVID. It was economic slop. Yeah, they were able to send out checks. What effect did you notice on the price of goods and services or the price of stocks or crypto when the government handed out $2,000 checks? The cost of everything or the price per token went up.
Yeah, people had all this extra money they could dump into the markets.
And
Worse than
then my question is, while you and I were getting our $2,000, where were all the NGOs and all of these other supported, funded projects getting their extra millions and billions of dollars? Oh, that's right, from the same government. So while they may be able to send you and me our universal high income, basic income check that we can go to the store and buy groceries with or whatever, I would wager, based on their past performance, that they would be sending 100 to 1,000 times as much money to all of their cronies and supporters and handlers and etc. Are we going to get universal basic income? Yeah, probably. Um, am I trying to position myself and my family right now so that that's all well and good, but I'm not relying on universal basic income and a check from the government to provide for my family? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. So, is it a good or a bad thing? It doesn't matter. Like it's neither. It's neutral. So, anyway, moving on from Elon. It's just the only reason I brought it up is because it's related to AI. AI is crypto, and this particular tweet has gotten a lot of attention. So I thought it was worth talking about for a minute. Let's move on to the big you do not have enough HBAR. Hedera is going to win. From Smoke Dog. HBAR and Fed Now, by the way. HBAR is partnered with Fed Now. This is actually from March 21st. It's been confirmed now. I'll pull this up for you. Real-time payments, FedNow, stablecoin innovation, instant settlement, lower cost payments. These are all real features. Drop will be demoing a pay by bank via the clearinghouse RTP network and pay by stablecoin on Hedera using USDC with our point of sale partners across C-stores and digital e-commerce. Great. So you will be able to pay with stablecoin on Hedera network with the Drop ecosystem. So you can see here, Drop has leveraged distributed ledger technology by Hedera Hashgraph and regulated banking technology to build an extremely secure and cost-effective payment solution. Their vision is driven by global emergence of real-time money movements in both fiat and Web3. RTP, FedNow in the US, PIX in Brazil, UPI in India, stable currencies like USDC within the Web3 industry. There you go.
You do not have enough HBAR. It's just partnership after partnership. It really is. They are really just moving.
From Hedera Kimchi. 1.3 million HBAR tokens, valued at roughly $100,000, it looks like, has been added to Canary Fund's Hedera ETF. Excuse me. You can see there, this is yesterday's ETF trading volume in and out. 1.2 million HBAR. They bought 1.2 million HBAR. They bought 19.62 million XRP, 44 million Solana. So you can see there they bought, and this is gonna look. This is what kills it. That's only $130,000. Let me go back over here. Let's go here. 77.2. We're still above 77, which is great. Let me scroll down here.
We're in greed.
20,
Officially in greed.
28. All right, Hedera's up to 9.3, which is nice, especially if you bought down here below 8.6, like I did. All right, So let's look here. $4 billion market cap. Total supply is 50 billion tokens. The current circulating supply is 43 billion. So double that and you get 86% already circulating. There's only 7 billion tokens left to enter circulation, which is good. Good tokenomics as far as, oh, you guys can't see that. I'm sorry. Boop. Here you go. Market cap, total supply, circulating supply. Cool. Cool. As you can see, let me zoom out a little bit and you can see where we're looking here. Let me go to the month. There you go. You can see all-time highs back in. This is the only thing I hate about CoinMarketCap. I have to scroll down there. So, what is that? March of 21, and then this is get there. September of 21 is all-time high there at 57 cents. It's a 5x from here, just back to all-time highs. A nearer term all-time high is 40 cents. That's a 4x from here. And given the partnerships and the movements that they're making, which again, I have all of this to talk about HBAR. Reptar, what's your HBAR price prediction for 2026?
I think $2 is a guarantee. Really, if I'm being conservative, I'm hoping for around 5, honestly. But
5 would be nice.
I think 2 is definitely within the ballpark for sure.
Long term, where do you see HBAR going? 10 years.
Like next cycle, probably $10. If we're talking 5 to 10 years, that's even harder to really.
Yeah, like who knows, right?
But I think $10 is a good endpoint for HBAR. If I want to be really bullish, we could even push like $20. But again,
do you think HBAR gets to $1 trillion market cap? That would be $20.
See, and that's the thing. That would involve Bitcoin going to a much higher market cap than it is now. So if we see $1 million Bitcoin, yeah, I think
$20 HBAR. You think?
Yeah.
Okay. I like this year. I like the $1 to $2 range.
Yeah, it's definitely. Excuse me. It's definitely more realistic to.
Yep. Next one. Sorry. Next slide from All In Crypto. Rupert at All In Crypto. Definitely go give him a follow because he is freaking awesome. And he's actually interviewed the founders of Hedera many, many times. So if you're interested in that type of information, just go search his channel. Sorry, I'm almost through this cough thing that I've had for 4 weeks. Good grief. All right, so HBAR Hedera, I guess, released a report yesterday on tokenization where they show research that indicates the tokenization market could hit 5 to 16 trillion by 2030, which is 3.5 years from now.
People talk about 2030 like it's like so far away. And, when we see 2030 price predictions, it's really not. And, it seems almost unbelievable. But, we talked about institutional adoption 5-6 years ago, too. And Bitcoin hitting 100,000. Everyone was like, there's no way, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to happen. And here we are. So anything can happen.
Yep. We've mentioned on this channel before many times. A lot of the big bank guys, Larry Fink, who's JP Morgan? There's Larry Fink, JP Morgan, or is he BlackRock?
JB
Diamond.
Yeah.
Both of which have been on multiple news shows talking about everything's going to be tokenized. Everything's going to be everything.
And that's the thing. Every single financial market is going blockchain. So
speaking of,
there is one of the biggest tokenizers in the space.
What did we mention? BlackRock? I think we just did. BlackRock is actively tokenizing money market funds on Hedera network.
This is older news, but again, this is just highlighting like these major partnerships and
This goes
what's
back
going
like
on for
in April 2024. HBAR Foundation, Onera, we're going to talk about them in a minute, and Archax announced BlackRock's ICS US Treasury Money Market Fund, their Treasury Money Market Fund. That's a traditional finance money market fund. Has been tokenized on Hedera. In 2020, like 2 years ago, BlackRock was tokenizing on HBAR. And I know that's old news, but I bet you didn't know
that's the
it.
thing. They have been preparing for this for a long time. It's just finally all coming out into the open.
Moving on from CoinMan, the H Barbarian, um, a $1 trillion opportunity. Hashgraph and RiskStream collaborate to launch insurance data. Like, guys, I know we all hate insurance companies, but they make a lot of money.
Big data is a big industry.
So their data solution leveraging is Hashsphere and Hedera using, what's this magic word again? Tokenization to create persistent digital IDs for properties and risk assets. I don't like. I'm gonna this H bar horse. I think we're gonna have to we're gonna have to go play some Dungeons and Dragons and get a necromancer to revive this horse because it's been beaten to death multiple times. But this is from Hashgraph themselves on April 16th. Hashgraph is partnering with the Institute's RiskStream Collaborative to modernize insurance infrastructure using distributed ledger technology, an interoperable property risk portal built on Hedera and Hashsphere will create a shared verifiable source of truth for property data. That sounds to me like less insurance fraud. But their model involves tokenizing property assets like your property, your house, that your wife's wedding ring that you have insured, your cars, whatever you take out insurance on. But there will be private and public ledger architecture, which is nice because yes, you want the value and 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 such to be public, but I don't want you to be able to access on a public ledger information that indicates what I own. Like, oh, JC has a house and it's worth this. And oh, wait a minute, JC insured his wife's wedding ring, so it must be worth this. Like that, there needs to be privacy there. But the data being locked on blockchain means it's immutable. It cannot be changed. So Reptar can't say, oh, yeah, that's my wedding ring. Oh, that's funny because the blockchain says it's JC's.
Liar.
And streamlining data sharing is also faster, more efficient, and cheaper. If it does any or all of those things, companies will use it.
And that's the other thing too. There are probably at this point millions of cryptos out there, and not all of them do anything. Like you need to find the projects that are actually providing value and use, and HBAR is very very high on that list, especially with the tokenization of assets, because that's property, real estate, it's stocks. Like there's just so many markets that applies to.
So Reptar and I noticed this yesterday, but we're going to talk about it today. Onera. Never heard of it before until yesterday. Onera. Onera is the application layer for institutional tokenization, enabling seamless interoperability for digital assets, trading, and settlement. They have a 5 billion plus monthly volume. Cool. We're going to give them a follow. Look at that. They made this point. I think this was yesterday. Nope, this morning. No, that is yesterday. Today's the 17th. Yesterday afternoon. So tired of coughing. So Hedera It's built to connect. Onera IO is bringing interoperability to capital markets, connecting Hedera to institutional network. For seamless cross-chain trading. Let me back up because I want this. They made this point. Siloed networks won't scale. Connected ones will. Siloed on their own. Like if it's not able to connect, and it can't use Chainlink, I guess. No one's going to use a network that can't talk to, connect, and easily transfer back and forth with other networks. It doesn't make sense. Cheaper, faster, more efficient. If it's not, they're not using it. Exactly. So now let me get back to this.
It almost, this is interesting because it's, this. I'm also wondering, why would they not choose something like Chainlink? Maybe they wanted to do their own thing. Maybe that's why we haven't seen a Hedera Chainlink partnership. Maybe there's a secret hidden reason why Hedera doesn't want to use Chainlink. You like that?
Maybe.
Like that is conspiracy theory against Chainlink.
What does Onera do? Fintech company enabling interoperability across tokenized assets. So they're not looking to link chains. They're looking to enable interoperability across tokenized assets so that financial institutions can trade, settle, and manage digital assets seamlessly across multiple blockchains and legacy systems. That sounds good. Cheaper, faster, more effective, more efficient. Let me move this a little forward here. Global institutional financial networks. Yeah, that's kind of important. Enable seamless cross-chain trading and settlement of tokenized assets. Again, they're not looking to cross-chain ETH to Bitcoin network or Bitcoin to XRP network. They're not looking to cross-chain tokens. They're looking to cross-chain assets. It expands distribution through Onera's institutional super apps platform. That's interesting. So we need to keep an eye on Onera. Key benefits. There you go.
This is definitely an ecosystem to be looking at for sure. I don't think it's a token though. I don't think it's a provider.
Yep. And enables advanced applications like collateral mobility, repo, multi-market asset distribution. Cool. Hedera.com/ecosystem. Like this is Hedera's main. It's at Hedera. Okay. And then if you're interested in following Onera, it's at Onera IO. All right. But wait, there's more. From Marco Salzman 80. Let me go to this one first. Hedera Kimchi again. Once the Clarity Act passes, FedEx may be open to launching its own stablecoin for global use, and Hedera could be the network behind it. We already know FedEx is partnered and on the Hedera Council.
That's big, guys. FedEx is not a small company at all. You might have heard of them.
I got those out of order. So here's the thing. Here, take this for me, Reptar.
So FedEx is just one of the many partnerships that that HBAR has secured recently, and again, there's a reason FedEx has chose HBAR for its massive supply chain issues. If you guys have ever gotten a package, you understand how annoying the mail can be sometimes, and how packages get lost or stolen or not tracked properly or end up at the wrong address. This is all stuff that is going to help with that. And then especially with stuff like JC just has highlighted, like e-commerce. More packages are being sent than ever before, as everybody is ordering things online now. So with this much mail constantly being moved, like the need for it is even more necessary.
Here's products that solve problems get used. This is the problem. Cross-border customs delays create friction through paperwork bottlenecks, classification errors, and higher administrative costs. Solution: digital customs documentation on Hedera. This is why blockchain makes things faster. Can't be changed. There's no now, I mean, obviously there's still smuggling issues, and I could put something in a box and then say, oh, it's t-shirts. But if that type of stuff is validated at my initial shipping point, and it's checked and validated by, whatever authority, and then they can sign on the blockchain that this is what this is, all the numbers line up, those numbers can't be changed, the barcode matches the blockchain ID, matches the blah, 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 blah. It's an instant cross-border movement versus okay, now we got to have, Jim Bob, the union worker at the union dock worker, go by and manually scan faster, cheaper, more efficient.
HBAR, you don't have enough.
It's not about tracking more efficiently. It's about making trade documentation more reliable, more transparent, and easier to verify. Guys, HBAR and FedEx.
Love it.
But wait, there's more. We talked about drop again from Marco Salzman. I need to give Marco a follow because I've used him a lot. HBAR and drops. What happens when stablecoin rails and real-time bank rails start showing up in the same payments? Okay, that is a problem. Stablecoin bank, stablecoin bank, stablecoin bank. This is correct. A lot of people think crypto payments and bank payments are Reptar. You've mentioned this multiple days. You go into a store and you're like, hey, can I pay with crypto? And they're like, no. And you're like, well, I'm gonna. And you use your crypto-backed credit card. People think crypto payments and bank payments are two different things. They are increasingly not.
Yep. They are literally going to be the same thing eventually. So, banks are buying crypto right now. So, if anything, the banks are trying to adopt or adjust to this new technology.
This is, I thought back when I first heard about blockchain and Bitcoin and crypto that this was a revolution of the entire global monetary system. The longer we've been here, I think it's more of an evolution. The old stuff is not going away. It is evolving. Will it be revolutionary? Yes. But is it a complete revolution and overthrow of the previous system? No. The previous system is not going to go away. They're going to adopt.
Exactly.
And adapt. Just my thoughts on it.
You're going to start hearing a lot more about crypto and crypto companies over the next year as everything becomes tokenized on the blockchain. So,
yeah. So this is what Hedera and drops. This is why I brought this up. It's a good breakdown. You can pay by your bank via the clearinghouse RTP network. You can pay by stablecoin using Hedera. You can go to your point of sale partners, C-stores, digital e-commerce, pay with USDC on Hedera. I mean, you can pay with ETH, you can pay with Bitcoin, you can pay with you can pay with any crypto right now. Then you got real world payments. If instant bank rails and stablecoin rails can coexist, then it's not which one wins. It's which infrastructure is best positioned to make them work together. Hedera and Drop. That's the Hedera and Drop partnership in a 2-minute nutshell. Faster, cheaper, more efficient. Thanks, Marco. Let's talk about Hashpack, Reptar. Hashpack, tell me, this is how I view Hashpack, and you tell me if this is the correct view or if you think I'm off. Hashback is to Hedera as Phantom is to Solana.
Exactly. Or like MetaMask is to Ethereum, even though it's kind of a bad example because MetaMask can go across multiple networks. But
You guys like my shirt? Call me old fashioned.
yeah. um, Hedera or Hashback is a really interesting wallet. It is obviously the premier wallet of HBAR, and it's the one that I use personally.
Same.
And me and JC got into the token sale, the initial coin offering for Hashback's token. We still hold Pack,
And we're down.
You anytime you make a transaction or any kind of swap within their wallet, you get their token back, which is cool. There's a lot of cool features that it's got. But yeah, it is the wallet that I personally use on Hedera, and I think it's the best. So
I tell you what, I'm going to let you kind of go through this, and I'm going to pull up my saucer swap because that's linked to Hashback, and we'll go into that here in just a second.
cool.
Yeah, here. I'll leave you right here while I sign in. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right, class, talk amongst yourselves.
Hashback.
Ooh,
Make sure I'm not screen sharing that.
not yet. Nice. You know, HBAR is just. Tomorrow we're gonna find out that I don't even know what to say that makes a bigger partnership because nothing's even a big deal anymore. Olivia partnered with Lamborghini, and it's just like, okay, cool. So it's like even if
HBAR partnered with McLaren, they're a sponsor and partner of an F1 car.
Yeah, so it's just, is there no heights that it will not go at this point? Probably not.
All right, pull that out, pop that up. All right, you haven't said anything interesting on this. So there's a million accounts, 24x transaction volume over the last 2 years. A billion plus is held in user wallets. That's just on their wallet. But yeah, Hashpack is, think of it like Phantom Wallet or MetaMask. It is a hot wallet. I'll show you what I've got via Saucer Swap because it's easier than actually showing you the Hedera wallet. Hide that. All right. Come back to this. Sorry, it's multiple screens here. So I need to move that. I'll move you over here. I wasn't planning on doing this. That's why it's not set up. I usually try and have this set up ahead of time. Sorry. We are professional grade.
Always a surprise at the show. Always a surprise.
And that one. All right, so this is Saucer Swap, which is, you can think of it like Uniswap or Pancake Swap, but for Hedera. And let me put us down here like this so you can see the whole page. You can see my Hashpack is linked, just like you would link a MetaMask or a Phantom wallet. Like you can see up here, this is MetaMask, this is Hashpack, this is Coinbase wallet, this is Phantom, this is Magic Eden. What is that? That's Lace, which is the new Cardano wallet. But anyway, you can see I have roughly $4,000 worth of tokens. You can't see what those are, can you? Fine. I'll tell you what. I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it because it will show you better information. Show you that. Where are you? Why can't I show? Well, apparently I can't. Yeah, there it is. Ta-da! This is what your Hashpack looks like. Shows you the value of the tokens. You can swap tokens. If you have any NFTs, which you can see I do, some Earthlings. Shout out Earthlings. That's a Hashpack NFT. You can view your gallery. I got some chickens. I got a Hashpack First Class NFT there from our pre-sale. Anyway, back up from there. Assets. Here's the dApps. You can develop dApps for it. You can stake directly from, you can stake, you can stake, you can stake. Yay. But you can see HBAR token, sauce is the DEX token, saucer swap, as I just showed you, is the DEX. And then pack is the hashpack token, which you get anytime you're interacting with. Now, why is this important? Because this is linked to my saucer swap. You can treat it just like you can any assets on Solana. Solana, I think, what do you think, Reptar? Is Solana the best app for DeFi pairs?
You mean Phantom?
Phantom, yeah, sorry. Phantom.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, that's the one thing I think Hedera is lacking on. Don't get me wrong. There's some tokens on Hedera, Sauce, Hashpack. There's a couple other ones. Saucer Swap is probably the best ecosystem in Hedera that I've seen. Solana has a lot of different ecosystems. It's got perpetuals, it's got predictive markets, it's got obviously staking and liquidity pools. I'd like to see Hedera get a little bit more of that kind of stuff. And right now Solana really does have that whole ecosystem kind of locked down. They have a lot going on in Solana.
Yeah, and Solana is partnering with all the other projects. For example, you can transfer your XRP, or you can bridge, I should say, and be careful with bridges, as we know, but you can bridge your XRP over to Solana and stake it. But here on Saucer Swap, you can provide liquidity to these pools. And I think, Reptar, did you know that there's no V1 pools right now? They've stopped V1 pools.
Interesting.
It's only V2 pools. But you can see here, if you want to stake an equal amount of JAM token, which I have never heard of, and HBAR.
JAM, the music-related token on Hedera. It's one of the only music-related projects that I've heard of, actually.
They're giving you 113% APR right now.
Damn.
But you can see there's only $20,000 worth of liquidity in this pool, which is why your APR is so high.
Yep. Because the price fluctuation is brutal.
But you can go down here and stake wrapped BNB and HBAR and get 48%. USDC and sauce, you put those in, you can get 43%. But if you're not, and those V2s are a little bit more risky and require a little bit more paying attention. But if you just want to stake a token by itself, you can stake your sauce. What are you earning? 4%. You can see they got almost $10 million locked in staking. It can be removed at any time, but you just stake it. You can remove it whenever you want to and earn 4%.
Not bad. Not bad at all. For just raw staking, for sure.
Let me get back to the news page. There we go. What else have I got for you, you ask? More from Kimchi here. This is, again, about I meant to move this up, and I couldn't find where I wanted to move it. I think we've already probably covered the Hedera and Onera bit pretty well, don't you think? Unless you see anything here. Onera is London-based. We already saw that. Yeah, I think we've pretty much covered that, don't you?
Guys, if you're not buying HBAR, like, I don't know what you're doing with your life at this point.
Mr. Gray, have a great weekend. Thanks for being here as always. So yeah, that's I think we've beat 2 or 3 horses to death with this HBAR stuff. Look, we don't give financial advice. We're not going to tell you what to do with your money. I am getting more HBAR.
I am doing it right now.
All right. Let's close out with a couple of fun things that...
You got some funnies for the end of the day? Good. I need them.
I got some funnies. Need them. Here you go. Apparently, Jake Claver's 2026 XRP price prediction. XRP can potentially go to $1,500 to $2,500 in 2026.
I thought he said it was going to $10,000 by the end of last year.
No, that was 1,000. No, $100. $100. So at apparently he made a bet. that XRP would go to $100 by the end of 2025. And December 31st at like 8 p.m., when XRP was like $1.45 or whatever it was, he was like, yep, still going to 100 by the end of the year.
We'll see. We'll see, Mr. Claver. We'll have to make another video on it if it's right or wrong. Either way.
Now, I mean, I'll give him, there's a caveat. If there is adoption, regulation, and lots of liquidity coming into crypto, then yes, Bitcoin can go to $1 million in 2026. If aliens appear in the sky and say, we invented HBAR and saucer swap, HBAR can go to $1,000. Yes.
No,
if
that's reasonable.
If the only word that is 1,000 letters long, like, okay, fine. Guys, you know I'm an XRP maxi. XRP ain't hitting $1,500 in 2026.
We love XRP, okay?
Write it down.
We're just
you want my price prediction? XRP will not go to $1,500 in 2026. There you go. There's my price prediction.
That's my price prediction for XRP. It will not.
Grief.
How's that?
I will point this out. I said this from Remy Relief X.
We said this yesterday.
XRP is the new petrodollar. I said that. We have Petro Ripple.
You did.
Now, of course, he's also saying XRP to $1,217 this cycle. Guys, if XRP hit $1,000 this cycle, Reptar, would we still do the show?
I'd still do the show, but I would eat my shoe
from our private island.
Yeah, I would eat my shoe live in the comfort of my private island if that happened.
By which he means we would pay for one of those stupid fancy cakes that looks like something.
Looks just like a real shoe.
Looks just like a real tennis shoe, and you're like, oh, Reptar's going to use tennis shoe, and it's cake.
Get that cake.
Phew. All right, what else have I got? All right, let me see if there's actually any Grayscale. Hey, Grayscale. We just made a live video today. It's HBAR.
Exactly. Guys, there are chosen ones in this industry, and HBAR is 100%.
Okay, this is just flat engagement farming. HBAR is being suppressed on X. No, it's not.
We're getting all kinds of news about HBAR and X.
21 shares, Hedera, HBAR, Institution, HBAR. Let's go. Okay. HBAR. Oh, look, another partnership. All right, let's see what else. Do I have anything here? Oh, no, I was asking something. All right, here we go. Why are you here? I thought you were financially stable.
Oh,
not yet. We're pre-rich. We're pre-financially stable.
We're pre-financially. Well, guys, that is all that we have for today. We will keep you guys posted over the weekend in the Discord about what's going on over the weekend. Could be interesting. We could see some volatility absolutely over the weekend. So you could see some major price action up or down either way.
All right, what is Bitcoin doing right now? Before we end the show, Bitcoin is at 77,960.
77.9, guys.
We're gonna stay on for just a minute and see if Bitcoin will break 78.
Can we break?
I was like, you gonna show there? All right, here we go.
78.
78. Let's go.
Literally instantly.
Right now.
Guys, we're moving today, so definitely keep an eye out. Get your favorite projects before we start to see the reversal that we've all been waiting for.
Be careful for manipulation. Pay attention. We don't give financial advice. I am not the person that goes long on leverage, but the big boys love to eat your leverage trade. Be very careful. Find people that do great technical analysis. Listen to, if you're thinking about making moves right now because you're like, okay, Bitcoin is moving. It's past this certain number that I was waiting for. go listen to people that do the good technical analysis, that give you the good side and the bad side. If that's what you do, just be very, very careful. But congratulations. Happy Friday. Let's go. Bitcoin at 78.
What a way to start the weekend, guys. And if you did not have enough of the degeneracy over the week, join the Discord. We will be here all weekend, and we will catch you guys on Tuesday for the next episode of the show.
Just a reminder, we don't do financial advice.
Of course, the best disclaimer in all of crypto. Guys, do your own research, figure out why we're so bullish on these projects, and make a decision yourself. But
we are not responsible for your gains, your losses, your 3 a.m. altcoin FOMO. By watching, you agree you are here for fun, not to outsource your financial future to two internet strangers. I could not have said that better myself. This was ChatGPT. ChatGPT made this for us, and it is freaking fire. I love it.
It's on point. It's on point. Well,
hey, before we bring him on stage, how's Chompy doing today?
Chompy he won 5 trades last night, but there was a lot of volatility, so we didn't make a lot of trades, as we can see. Prices were going up. So he made a few trades last night, but nothing major. Cool. So I'm gonna
Chompy, I hope Chompy is enjoying this movement right now. I hope he crushes it and makes you like $20,000 this weekend.
Chompy's gonna be working for the weekend for sure.
Let's go. Chompy, get to work. Take us out of here. Have a great weekend.